Time. We are always losing time, but in this video I'm going to show you how to save some time with shortcuts in Windows. So the first thing you want to do is go to your browser and go to AutoHotKey. This will be linked in the description. You want to download the V2 version. Note there is also a V1 version that is deprecated, but there are some online scripts made by other users that use this version in specific. So if those scripts don't work on your computer, then know that it's probably because you have the newer version of AutoHotKey. You can also install both of them at the same time and run them separately, so perhaps you want to give that a shot, but in this video I'm just going to be talking about the latest version. So you just want to click this and install it. After you're done installing it, you'll get a prompt like this. This will automatically open up. And when this opens up, you'll notice a few things. You'll see a new script, editor settings. This is where you want to choose the editor to edit your scripts. Now in this video I'm going to be using Visual Studio because Visual Studio actually has an extension for AutoHotKey stuff which highlights it and makes it a lot easier. So here I'm just going to click New Script. I've already clicked Visual Studio Code for my editor, clicked OK. So you just want to click New Script. We can call this My Hotkeys. And you want to click on empty, and now it will give you an empty page and it will be in Visual Studio Code because that is the editor you chose. Now if you are using Visual Studio, there is this extension you could use called AutoHotKey Plus, which will give you syntax highlighting. But if you are using Visual Studio Code, you will have to go from restricted mode into a trusted window. So you just trust it, and now you are fine. And it has given me these prompts. We can just promptly delete them because we do not need that. Now after that, we just want to know a few things. The first things we want to know is this: # equals Windows key equals control key, control, and this sign equals alt key, alt, and then plus equals shift. So how can we use this knowledge? Well, now we know the symbol for the Windows key, the symbol for control, the alt, and shift, and now we need to use this to form key combinations and run some tasks. So the way we can do this is, for example, I want to open Brave when I click the Brave browser when I click Windows and W standing for web, because Brave is a web browser. So I would do the # because that stands for the Windows key, and then I would say W : open and close bracket, and do this. Now this will specify that we will run whatever is in here when we hit the Windows and W key. So we'll just do a run Brave in here, and that should run Brave browser. So let's go back to where we stored our hotkey. Maybe we could just view in File Explorer. Now we have this right here. We have the hotkey, and since we have the hotkey, we can actually, this is not right. We can, that's not what I wanted. We can just click on this, and a hotkey has ran it. So it's being run right now. I think we could check the system tray and see AutoHotKey is running my hotkeys.ahk. So when that script is running, we click Windows and W, we get a Brave browser. Look at that. It's right here. Perfect. If we click it again, another one, another one, another one, another one. Amazing. Too many. So that's how we can make it run anything we want to do. Now if we want to add another thing, let's say we want to add let's say we want to add, what else can we add? Let's add it to open the PowerShell. So we'll do this, and we'll do enter. We can use enter for the enter button, and we could do this. And now when we hit enter, we want it to run PowerShell. Now we save this, control save, do this and run it again. We have to click and run it again. And then now we hit enter, we hit Windows and enter together, we get this PowerShell. But strangely, it does run into this path, which is interesting. So you'll just have to cd, you'll just have to colon c, oh, c colon. I don't know what that's about, but it opens up to that path. Maybe we can run this with some arguments, but we're not going to get into that. We're just showing the basics. But now say if we want to use the enter key to open up this thing right here, this file explorer, right? Because clicking this multiple times is just so time consuming, and I'm a power user, so I just can't be bothered. But we already used enter here, so let's add another combination to this. So let's do the Windows key, then let's do, what else do we have from here? We could do the shift key. So we'll just do a plus for the shift key, then we'll do an enter, and you see how this created a key combination that we can use to then run. And the keyword for the file explorer is just explorer. And now we save this, control save, open this again, yes. Now when we click Windows Shift and enter, we get the file explorer. We can get it multiple times, drag it wherever we want. It's just faster, it's just easier. And that was my basic tutorial into the introduction of AutoHotKeys. There's a lot more you can do with this. Look at the documentation, which is also linked in the description, along with a link to Visual Studio if you want to download that. It is a free editor. One more thing I really quickly want to mention is that you can run multiple things in here. So say I wanted to run Brave, but I also wanted to run Firefox at the same time when I click two things. Click Windows and W, and I want to run both my browsers. So this way, you can have multiple windows like set to a certain hotkey. So let's save this. Oops. Save this, run this again, and boom, look at that. My Firefox opened on this side, but here, let me do this again so that you can see it opens up here, opens up there, just opens both of them. There's a lot of browsers. I don't know why you would want to open two browsers at the same time, but the thing is you can open up multiple windows with just one hotkey. That's the beauty of it. You know, if you want to open four file explorers to do many different things, it's just easier. If you wanted to drag this into another window, you could just go like this. Now we have another file explorer. We drop down here, drag this thing into here. We wouldn't have to open this, is what I'm saying essentially. You know, it just makes things a lot faster, a lot neater. And that was the end of this video. Hope you enjoyed.